Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're all doing well. It is 12:23 p.m. January 30th, 2024. I hope everyone's having a fantastic day today. We're going to do some World of Warcraft once again. Today's going to be a little bit different as we're going to be starting off the stream with React content. So I turn on the music. Yeah, we're going to be starting off the stream with some React content today because we have the patch notes that I have not read yet with a video following on Phase 2. And I got linked in the Pride Discord last night, the guild, Pride of Alliance Guild. But I got that linked to me last night, and I would like to get a reaction in. I haven't read it. I saw like one thing about FFA, but I have no idea. We got a bunch of tabs open. We're ready. So without further ado, let's go ahead and pop in. All right, 3, 2, 1, bop. So, we're going to go ahead and read this. I don't like mentioning this, but I know there's going to be some dickheads out there. So just so you understand, I do have a reading disability. Reading is problematic sometimes. We should be fine, though. I think I'm very squared away today. We'll see, though. We'll see. Let's go ahead and turn down the music. All right. Sit down with the World of Warcraft Classic team and designers to explore more of what Siege of Discovery Phase 2 has in store for you. We will take you through the new raid information, dungeon, rune ability, PvP, profession updates, and more. Oh, I did see something about GDKP being disabled or something. I don't know if that's true, though. With this preview, I want to take a moment to get ahead of the PTR, since like previous classic PTRs, the content for Siege of Discovery Phase 2 will not actually be available to play. Any incorrect assumptions from any data mining that may occur, as the PTR also holds some data that could be misleading, is experimental, meant for later phases, or even items that did not make the cut. Please note that all examples are a work in progress and may not reflect the final stats. Good. What I would like, by the way, before we actually jump in, I would like them completely ban data mining from World of Warcraft. All sections. Get rid of it. All it's doing is it's making your job harder.
Hi, I'm Linny Cook Saverline, and I'm a producer on WoW Classic. Back at BlizzCon, we had the absolute pleasure of finally sharing Season of Discovery with you all, and we've loved watching all of the new challenges you've overcome,
It's
the
really
you've
fun.
created, and the
Those are great.
adventures you've all had in Phase 1. And now we'd like to chat with you about Phase 2.
Okay.
Today we're going to do a brief overview of some of the new adventures in store for you.
Yep.
Our topics today include information about our new 10-player raid Nomergon,
Yep.
dungeon updates, rune ability updates, PvP
Dungeon updates? What are you doing in the dungeons? Are you making them harder? That would be good.
updates, profession updates, and more.
Profession
Which
updates.
should help answer some of the questions we've gotten around our previous phase and where we're going with the new one.
All right.
We're going to bop through our slides pretty fast, so you may want to pause or watch back through the
I will
recording
pause
if you want to catch everything on the slides. We're also going to put the build up on the PTR soon. We're doing something similar to Phase 1, where we only make the era and hardcore content available, not the season itself.
Yes.
It is likely there will be some data mining, but beware, not everything you see data mined will actually be in the patch. This build will contain some experimental things, stuff for later phases, and things that maybe didn't work quite how we wanted them to. We're going to start off talking about our new raid Nomergon. Our assistant lead designer, Tim Jones, will be walking us through it. Take it away, Tim.
We haven't heard Tim at all, I don't think. Whoa, they're doing this like Zoom call.
Hello there.
They're doing this live. There's no way they're doing this live, right? It sounds like it.
Thank you, Lenny, for that introduction. I'm Tim Jones, the assistant lead game designer on World of Warcraft Classic, and it's my pleasure to talk to you more and give you a sneak peek at Nomergon, the second level up raid in Season of Discovery.
Yep.
And the raid content that you'll be participating in at level 40 in Phase 2. Let's get into it.
So, can I just point out that they're kind of treating this introduction kind of like BlizzCon a little bit? Like, maybe they'll have videos here, but so far from the slides perspective, that's kind of how they're doing it.
So, much like Black Fathom Deeps,
I like that.
Nomergon will be a
100 new
10-player
items.
raid. There will
3
be
times
6
the
bosses.
epics.
There were originally 5 bosses in No Morgana if you didn't count the Dark Iron Ambassador. So there's one more new boss that no one's ever fought before.
Wait. Sorry, missed that.
And the Dark Iron Ambassador bosses. There were originally 5 bosses in No Morgana if you didn't count the Dark Iron Ambassador. So there's one more new boss that no one's ever fought before. And
Okay.
of course, redesigns from the ground up on all of the other bosses. So brand new experience overall.
Of course.
A ton of new rewards and items. More epics than we had in Black Fathom Deeps, with more sources, different bosses than just the last 2 bosses dropping those. New item sets for classes to pursue. The
So
quests and
new
rewards
set
have
pieces.
been brought up to level 40. And there's
up-leveled quest and rewards. Fuck. So we are going on this bell curve going up.
a brand new profession quest chain that leads into a pretty deep opportunity for people to find materials and craft a lot of really cool and powerful items. Josh will get into that more down the line.
Profession quest chain.
But some of the play spaces have had some changes. For people who aren't familiar with the Grubbus and Chomper encounter, you might notice that there are some...
Is this the first time they are changing the layout of anything in Classic since Classic? I think that is. Because I'm trying to think about BFD, right? I don't think that anything from BFD was actually different from a terrain design. Like, obviously they had the waterfalls and stuff, but I don't think it was actually different.
Radiation vents that weren't here. Those will perhaps play a part in this encounter.
So they added
Crowd
these.
Pummeler.
Wait, that's poison. Wait, what the fuck is this? Okay.
Is now in a different part of the instance. I wonder what kind of mechanics something that punches you really hard might have to do with being on a platform above a pit of death. Who knows? And there's a lot of excited onlookers ready for you to.
You're gonna grab them and they're gonna get punted. It's gonna be great.
And Sicko
Oh, I can't wait.
Last boss of the instance may have added some additional mechanical suits with different properties to his arsenal, and you'll have to face off against
Oh man,
those
I think there's
as
gonna be a
well.
lot of poison.
Getting in.
We are gonna pause right here. Hold on. Now, do keep in mind, they said the stats and shit, subject to change, okay? So, Bonks, Maestro's handguards. Increase Fifth's weapons, +5. Increase Mace's +5. That is a fucking trade-off, bro. But I think +5 is actually really good. That's why a lot of warriors go human. Let's see. We have Rithdal's Hardened Core. 7 stamina, 5 arcane resistance, 5 nature resistance. Interesting. Increases your chance to dodge but an attack by 1%. Increases armor by 1,000. But movement speed's reduced? You have the turtle buff? Oh, I love that. That's so sick. Automatic crowd pummeler, obviously, it has been leveled up to 40, so that's good. 22 strength. So, here we go. Paladin, Shaman, Druid. I think we're getting Titan Grip. Now, if you know, don't say it in the chat, but I think we're getting Titan Grip. Domesticated Attack Chicken. Release your Domesticated Attack Chicken that will fight for you for 1.5 minutes or until defeated. This is just shit. Mechano Strider's Muffler. One-handed Mace, which is 16 attack power with 7 stam. Okay. 2.40. Mender's Grace, main hand 4 int, 3 spirit. Increases healing done. So this is a paladin weapon. Nice. Hello, Pot. Hope you're doing well. The Necro Nomicon. Increases damage and healing done by magical spells and effects by 14. So, like, these are, like, paladin items, right? Paladin Shaman, I guess.
Into a preview of the exciting loot.
Mm-hmm.
There's some nods to old items. I think that...
Hold on a second. Look in the pictures. Look right here. You see this says Mage Weave bag? There's some goggles here. Look at these goggles. Are these like the pictures? No, that's not. We're getting goggles. Wait, sorry. There. Look where my mouse is. Look at that. There's goggles. Whoa. Interesting. Little Easter egg there.
One people will notice is the automatic crowd pummeler. No longer will you have to get individual manual crowd pummelers. You'll be able to pick up one and then use it over and over again with the cooldown.
Yeah.
So hopefully that's a great quality of life improvement.
Is that better than
There's
the
also
other
some
one? It's
fun
plus 22
items that
strength.
you can pick up. The Trog Transfigurator 3000, little
That's
Orb of Deception
sick!
style.
I love
transform
that!
Into a Trog.
Good job, Liz.
A Ragriar's Whimsical World Warper. Play around with it. See where it takes you in the world.
What is that? That's like the thing. It was best for druids, but I don't know if it's going to be best now. We'll see. I'm seeing the old ring in here. You see the ring?
And some fun cosmetic items as well.
Yeah! Got it! I'm the best.
Here's a look at our set items. You can see that some set items actually have specific set bonuses for...
Okay. Hazard leg plates. 420 armor, 13 strength, 12 stamina. It's plate. Improve your chance to get a critical strike with a melee and ranged attacks and with spells by 1%? Wait, is this the best item in the game for Paladin? Like, I would imagine that'd be good for Holy Shock too, right? Damn. Hyperconductive robe. Oh wait, what was the things? Increased defense, attack power, improves your chance to crit. Wow, that's both. That's nutty. A hyperconductive robe, 10 stam, 7 int, 8 spirit. Ugh, that's kind of bad actually. I mean, yeah, no, you're losing 4. Losing 4 int if you're dropping robe of Argyle here. Increases damage and healing done by 18. Not a lot. So you have robe, walkers, and skirt. The fuck is the skirt? Wouldn't that be the robe? Oh, I guess legs. So robe, legs, and boots again. Okay. Let's see. Improved your chance to hit. And you get 100 armor and chance on spellcasting. Increase your damage and healing by up to 40 for 10? What the fuck? A chainmail. Plus 4 strength, plus 8 agility, plus 7 stamina, plus 6 int. Holy shit. Increases your chance to get a critical strike from me thing, and you get an MP5.
For some classes.
And you get a chance to get a 100 mana back.
We also have tokens
which is right there.
now that will drop instead of having a gigantic loot
Good
list
job.
that contains all of the set pieces, and you're getting frustrated if
Good.
the same set piece drops.
Good job.
For a
Good
different
job,
class
guys.
every week. We've introduced
Really
set
good
piece
job.
tokens that can be used by everyone for a specific piece of your armor. So you can pick, if whoever loots the boot token will be able to turn that into a vendor to redeem it for their set piece boots. With Nomuragon, there's a couple updates that we're making to dungeons.
Okay.
The first of which are the addition of quality of life skill books. These are skill books that have a...
Enhanced blessings? Does that mean I can get rid of this 5-minute bullshit again? Oh, this is great. Come on, you gotta tell me that's like the 30-minute buff, right? I don't know what totemic projection is or redirect, but enhanced blessings.
A
Woo!
chance to drop off of certain creatures in 5-man dungeons, and they add significant quality of life spells to your arsenal that don't take up a rune slot. So we're excited for people to
Take
get
up
their
a
hands
rune
on
slot.
these, and hopefully
Let's
these
go.
solve some problems that players have.
Who else needs that? Who else needs that more than the Paladin? I can't think of a single class that wants more buffs than their 5 minutes. Like maybe Battle Shout, that's like a 30-minute buff, so you don't have to do it every 2 minutes. Or like improving the Horn of Lordaeron or something.
Basics
That's
such
really
as,
good.
Short aura durations with paladin blessings,
Yes.
totem control as shaman, rogues being able to have a spell that allows them to manipulate what target their combo points are on, as well as many, many other.
Hey, listen. Hey, that's good. Redirect? I didn't even track that until he said it. That is amazing. Cause in Classic, the way it works is once you untarget a guy who's a rogue, or sorry, who has combo points, once you untarget him, those combo points are gone. Gone. Right? That's fucking nuts.
There's that we're excited for players to find.
Good job.
Jump into phase 2. And I'd like to pass off the presentation to Nora to talk more about rune abilities. Thank you very much.
Thank you, dude. Good shit.
Hey, my name's Nora Valletta, and I'm a lead software engineer on WoW Classic. The team is very excited for you to head out and find those new rune abilities coming soon in Phase 2 of Season of Discovery. I'm here to give you a sneak peek at some of those abilities.
Okay. Before I let this beautiful person tell me, I want you to understand that there's two things that I want really bad. Water Elemental for Mage and Deep Freeze for Mage. Those are the quintessential Frost Mage spells that make Frost Mage from a, really, top tier control class to the best control class that can ever exist. Water Elemental's super fucking cool. What else would I want? I play Druid a lot. I would like my mushrooms back. Give me my fucking healing mushrooms back. I love those mushrooms, man.
So, let's dive in.
Come on, baby.
Paladins.
Alright.
Sheath of Light will cause damage dealt with your melee weapon to also increase your spell power.
Okay.
It will also cause your critical heals to apply an additional heal over time on the target. Guarded by the Light will cause your melee...
Wait, why would you want to do that? Why would you want to do that? Because if you're a Holy Paladin, you're not really hitting, are you? Maybe it's not meant for Holy Paladin.
melee weapon hits to restore mana over time. However,
That's a belt. That's a belt enchant. That's a belt. That's a belt! That means we don't just get 3, we get more!
amount healed by Flash will cause your melee weapon hits to restore mana over time. However, the amount healed by Flash of Light, Holy Light, and Holy Shock will be reduced by half.
Ooh, okay.
Hunters. Melee Specialist is a passive ability which will reduce the cooldown of Raptor Strike, cause it to trigger instantly, and each usage of Raptor Strike has a chance not to trigger its cooldown. Melee Specialist will also remove the cooldown of Mongoose Bite.
That's full Melee Hunter!
Allows you to place traps at any location within
yes,
30
we
yards,
love that
and
spell!
allows you to place your traps while in combat.
Holy shit! You just changed the skill ceiling from Hunter PvP from here to here! Do you know how important that is for PvP? Because you can predict movement and launch your traps instead of doing it?
Additionally, your fire-based and frost-based traps have separate shared cooldowns.
That's also sick!
Warriors. Rallying Cry is a defensive ability which can be activated to increase
That's a cool spell, love that.
party and raid members within 40 yards. Blood Surge gives some of your abilities a chance to make your next slam instant and cost no rage.
That's a good spell. I'm only seeing belt so far.
Use Shuriken Toss to throw a shuriken at your enemy, dealing damage to your target and up to 4 additional nearby targets.
Okay, boring, but
Master
sure.
of Subtlety causes attacks made while stealthed and for a short time after...
Wait, did you always have boots? No, it's chest, legs, and gloves. So there's 2 new slots then. Sorry, I didn't track that. I'm stupid. Let her cook.
Master of Subtlety causes attacks made while stealthed and for a short time after exiting stealth to cause additional damage.
Shadow Dance. That's like Shadow Dance, kinda. But it's different. Because you're not
Priests.
still...
Cast
thing.
Mind Spike to blast your target with Shadow Frost damage and apply a debuff, which increases the critical strike chance of your next Mind Blast on that target.
That's cool.
This debuff can stack up to 3 times.
Alright.
And fan favorite from future expansions,
Ooh,
Pain Suppression
PS!
can be cast on a friendly target to significantly reduce their damage taken and increase their resistance to dispel mechanics for a short time.
Wait, sorry. Increases their resistance to dispel mechanics. The fuck does that mean?
Warlocks.
Okay.
Invocation. When you refresh, some of your damage over time effects, while they have less than 6 seconds
Four
remaining,
things.
instant damage will be dealt to your target equal to 1 tick of that spell's periodic damage.
Interesting.
So you no longer have to worry about refreshing your dots at the exact perfect moment. Dance of the Wicked will trigger a buff which increases you and your pet's dodge chance anytime either of you deal a critical strike to an enemy.
That's so
You also
weird.
both gain 2%
I
of your
love
maximum
it.
mana when that happens.
Come on.
Mages.
Yes! Please!
Missile Barrage gives your Arcane Blast, Fireball, and Frostbolt spells a chance to reduce the channeled duration of your next Arcane Missile spell by half.
Sorry, gives your Arcane Blast a 40% chance, and your Fireball and Frostbolt spells a 20% chance to reduce the channel duration of your next Arcane Missiles by 50%. Oh shit. Oh god.
Reduce its mana cost to 0.
Oh, God.
And cause missiles to fire
That's
every
really good.
5 seconds.
Come on, please.
Chronostatic Preservation is a really cool new spell that allows you to store some of your arcane, fire, and frost energy for later use. You can only hold this energy for a short time before it combusts and expires, but you can unleash it to heal a friendly target.
Oh, okay.
Shamans.
That's
Maelstrom
kind of
Weapon
bad,
causes
but
damage dealt with melee attacks to have a chance to reduce the cast time of your next Lightning Bolt, Chain Lightning, Lesser Healing Wave, Chain Heal, or Lava Burst spell by 20%.
okay.
The cast time reduction can stack up to 5 times.
To 100%,
Spirit
right?
of the Alpha is a 30-minute buff that can be cast on a friendly target to increase the threat generated by that target. You can kind of think of it like the opposite of Blessing of Salvation. While some shamans choose to battle with one weapon in each hand, others
Dual wield.
prefer to dish out devastating blows with a two-handed weapon.
Are you
If
gonna
that
get dual
sounds
wield?
like you, then we have two-handed mastery.
Oh, sorry, it's
Each time you
two-handed.
strike
I
an
was
enemy
thinking.
with a two-handed weapon, you gain 30% attack speed with two-handed weapons for 10 seconds.
Cool. I'm not a shaman player,
Anyways,
so.
it's time for me to pass things over to Anna Resendez, who will be sharing with you some updates on our new PvP event. Take
Alright.
it away, Anna.
Can't wait for everyone to discover those new runes. They look amazing. Thank you, Nora.
She was at BlizzCon,
Hello.
right?
I am Anna
I remember
Resendez, and I
her,
will talk to you about
voice.
PvP. In this new level band,
Okay.
we're bringing a new PvP experience to you. You might have seen a little hint on our social media channels
I
about
did
this.
the Blood Moon thing.
So, our new PvP event is called the Blood Moon. The Blood Moon rises in new PvP event is called the
Okay.
Blood Moon. The Blood Moon rises in Strangleton Vale, bringing with it absolute mayhem. When Ashenvale was created, we talked about
What
how
the
cool
fuck is
it would
that?
be for the event to be triggered by player activity in the area. After going through feedback and seeing how Ashenvale played,
Free for
in
all.
this event, we wanted to take a different approach and make it more predictable so you know when the battle will take place. So,
Okay.
the Blood Moon event will happen every 3 hours, and we have a duration of 30 minutes.
Yep.
Believe me, you will be able to tell when the event is happening. The
'Cause the
Blood
sky
Moon
will turn
shine
red,
its
yes.
effect during this time and bring in a mysterious red fog to the area. During this time, the whole zone will become a free-for-all PvP, meaning allies and enemies alike will be
What?
viable targets for your blood rage.
What?
Everyone that is in the zone during this time will become a target. During the event, killing other players will allow you to earn a currency, which can be traded for various rewards. We'll talk about the rewards
What?
in a little bit. You can still group up, but be warned, the Blood Moon does not smile to those that battle in raid groups and will punish you for doing so.
How?
There are those, of course, who refuse to give in the thirst of the blood.
Oh, there's gonna
If
be an
it's peace what
opt-out.
you seek, you can opt out of the event at any time by talking to the Sandalari emissary.
Yeah,
You
that
will
makes
not
sense.
be able to earn any rewards if you opt out, and remember that General Realm PvP zone rules will still apply.
Okay.
Another big difference
That's
from
fine.
Ashenvale is that there won't be any PvE objectives.
You know, I'm thinking about this now. I think this is gonna be a shit show. I'm just thinking, it's like, yep, you're just doing your quest, you know, you're leveling up in a zone or whatever, and then just everybody turns hostile. And you're like, well, fuck. If you're not a rogue or a druid or someone who can stealth, you're fucked.
That said, not only should you be wary of both enemies and allies alike, you should also keep an eye out for the Chosen of the
What
Blood
the
Squad,
fuck
who
is
will
that?
absolutely destroy you.
Ah!
Does Fell River ring a bell? So, You might be
Phone
wondering,
Reaver?
how do I get my hands on that sweet rewards? There'll be a merchant inside.
Whoa! Pause that bitch! Ember Blood Seal increases your stamina by 9, increases your intellect by 6, and increases damage done by fire spells and effects by up to 16. These are class-specific item rewards. And there's a new quest, Arathi Basin Rep. Ah. Cool. And then there's like the Skull Crusher thing for warriors, which is a one-handed mace that has 31 damage a second, 10 strength, 6 agility. Jesus.
Kurabashi Arena that would assist you with this.
Okay.
What about the rewards? Well,
That's cool.
there are dozens of new class-specific item rewards. Here are some examples of the new
Everybody
rewards
gets an epic,
that
I'd
come
imagine.
with the event. Additionally, there are new quests that will help with your Arathi Basin reputation journey. Do you want to see more about the cool
That's cool.
rewards? What about a new car? Well, okay, not exactly a car.
That's
but
actually
yes,
really cool.
You're seeing correctly.
New
There'll be
tiger.
2 new faction-agnostic mounts that you will be able to acquire related to this event.
Uh-huh.
These level 40 mounts have an appearance that is completely new to the game.
It is.
I hope to see you in the battlefield.
That tiger looks really cool.
And up next, Josh will join us and he will talk to you about profession updates.
That's a really cool thing. I hope it's not zone locked.
Hello, my name is Josh Greenfield, Senior
This
Game
is our
Producer at
man.
WoW Classic. Let's dive right in and talk about what we're going to be doing with professions in Phase 2. I want to start by saying
He's a
that
little
we've
quiet.
been really thrilled with the reception to our professions editions in Phase 1. It was really exciting watching people sort of discover and unlock how to create your awesome, void touch leather gloves and
That was fun.
extra planar spider silk boots and all those things. And we're going to go ahead and expand on this quite a bit for
Good.
Phase 2.
Good.
There will be around 20 new recipes across all non-gathering professions. This also includes not just leatherworking, tailoring, and blacksmithing, but also alchemy, enchanting, and engineering as well. So we're
Ooh, the Paladin's got alchemy, baby. He's got alchemy.
we want to spread the love around here. We want to make sure everyone
Epic
gets something
Helms,
really
new
cool this time. That's
enchants.
what we're gonna
Hey,
do.
Druid's
Just like
looking
in Phase
fancy.
1, there will be an epic quest chain to unlock this, and we won't spoil anything about that today. You're gonna have to get in the game. You're gonna have to kind of go through that yourself. But if you liked what we did in Phase 1, you'll probably like this too. Next, I kind of want to talk a little bit about just some of the
Jesus Christ, what am I looking at? Oh my fucking god, put the goggles on. This is nuts. Okay, we gotta read this, because I don't think he's gonna read it, right?
recipes here. I'm not going to go into super great detail.
Yes, okay. Pattern, red resistant scale hood. Is there any, fire resist? Because that would be great. Anyway, so this is for warriors? It's mail, though. It's not plate. This is plate. Wait, no, hunters can wear mail. That's right. I forgot. Improves your crit chance by 1%, and oh my god. Wait, sorry. Improves your chance to hit with spells and with melee and ranged attacks by 1. Use effect is engage in a radiation mitigation protocols on this helmet, causing you to immediately remove all active poison effects. No! No, they're using poison! No! Oh, my prep! No, this is not good. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Low ground, true silver plates, shadow oil, faintly glowing leather. God damn it. Okay, cloth. 10 stam, 11 int. Increases all damage and healing done by magical effects by 22. Gets a MP5. You get 4 mana per second for 5 seconds. Harness the latent arcane energy in the nearby air to give you charged inspiration, reducing the mana cost of all spells by 50%, and increasing damage and healing done by up to 50. Up to 50 for 12 seconds. Damn. That's really good. It reduces the mana cost of everything by 50%. Sorry, I didn't notice that. That's amazing. That might be the best spell in the game. This is mandatory for every class that is healing. Fuck. Fuck. Hopefully we see leather, cause that's definitely the best thing I've ever seen. Dude, do I drop fucking Herbalism on my druid? Oh my god. I don't want to drop herbalism. Okay, sorry. 14 stam, 15 int, so this is a paladin item, looks like. Increases damage and healing done by magical effects by up to 21. Gain reinforced willpower, preventing silence, interrupt effects, and spell pushback for 10 seconds. That's cool.
About what each of these are and all the stats and everything like that. As you can see, they're very powerful.
Yes.
One thing I do want to kind of call out is that you'll notice that a few of the materials required are brand new materials to the game, and a lot of them are used across different professions, some of these similar new materials. There's definitely going to be a trading and kind of economy aspect to these new professions recipes. And just like everything with Season of Discovery, we're most excited to see how players share resources and information to make these things. That's all we're going to say right now, but we think it's going to be a pretty fun thing to participate in the next phase. Few other things we kind of want to talk about is alchemy and enchanting in particular. When we were looking at what we wanted to do.
My druid doesn't have herbalism anymore. He's enchanting. Wait, no. My druid is enchanting herbalism. Sorry, I lost my mind here. Innovation. So this is an enchanting thing. Gain an enchanted sigil of innovation, empowering you and dealing up to 20 increased damage and healing with spells, and increase attack power by 20. Wait, is this just a thing? Yeah, it's just a buff for Dream Dust. I can make that. Mildly irradiated rejuvenation potion. Restores 262 to 438 mana and that much health. Increases attack power and damage done by all spells by 35. We have a pre-pot.
To do here, we could obviously add more consumables and we could add more enchants for enchanters, and to a degree we did. We had our new enchanting material recipes other than what you see here. But one of the things about these professions is that in a lot of cases they don't do a whole lot for your personal throughput. If you're one of these professions, a lot of times you can make things, and a lot of times you can make a lot of gold off of having these professions. But in terms of your actual like damage output or healing output, they don't really bring anything that you can't have someone else craft for you and bring. So that's what we wanted to try here. In particular, if you'll notice on the left side, there's this new enchanted sigil innovation. And what this basically is that this is kind of like a world buff that you can carry around in your bag and give to yourself.
Yeah.
And essentially, it has a 30-minute duration, but also a 30-minute cooldown. So if you die early, you will lose this for at least some period of time before you can put it back on. Same thing with alchemists here. They have the ability to make this essentially damage and healing consumable, or damage and attack power consumable, and that also restores a little bit of health and a little bit of mana. So that's just something that's a little unique for them this time, and we hope that you like these things.
Okay, I need to see something real quick. Sorry.
Say right now.
Mine went picked up. Fuck. Yeah, we need to pick up tailoring.
And some of the and we hope
we need to pick up tailoring in our
druid.
We're
looking for feedback on this sort of stuff for future phases. So now that we've kind of gone through an overview. Phase 2 and some of the things that are coming in it. We do want to kind of, I guess, hit a few of the frequently asked questions that we've gotten recently about things in Phase 1 and some of the issues that have popped up and how we're addressing those, as well as just some curiosities about what else is coming in Phase 2 and how specific things will work.
Yep.
So we're going to dive into a few of these kind of FAQ items and try and burn through as many of them as possible to give you a better idea of kind of what's going on and what our thought process on some of this stuff is. So let's just go ahead and hop right in. We will start today talking about raid schedule. We thought we'd start here because this is a pretty hot debate in the community right now. We've seen a lot of great feedback on this and have weighed a great many perspectives about, kind of when we should release the raid. Should we have it available from day one, or should we wait maybe a week or some other amount of time to unlock it globally?
Just to put my hat in the ring before this man says what he's going to do, there is no reason to not delay it. There is every reason to delay it. Like a week, 10 days. People who want this out day one are just trying to kill casuals, and I don't know why.
Globally at the same time. While it's impossible, we feel, to do something that will make every single person happy,
come on,
we
baby.
do think we can strike a bit of a compromise here.
You're gonna do 5 days, aren't you? You better fucking not just do 5 days, so I'm getting fucked here.
We understand that, the server or world first race is not just about who can zone in first. If the, say if the raid unlocks at an arbitrary
Fuck the world
global
first
time.
race. This is
And
classic.
for a large group of players, it's also about who can get in the fastest after leveling, and it's very exciting for them to see what they can do when they're under geared or maybe without their full toolkit of runes and other like pre-raid items. And so, that is one argument we've heard in favor of not delaying it, and we think it's a very compelling one. It is very exciting to participate in that and to watch that.
Is it
On
compelling?
the other hand, though, if you're one of those players, the many players who really like to take their time leveling, we realize that 3-day lockout puts you in a position where you may miss several lockouts before you hit 40. And while it's pretty unlikely to actually matter all that much in the long run, as you will have plenty of lockouts this phase, it does still feel kind of bad. And one of the things we wanted to avoid with this season was too much feeling of FOMO.
Yes.
So by way of a compromise, what we're looking at doing this time is we will not delay the opening of the raid, but we will be putting the first 2 lockouts on kind of a normal weekly lockout.
Blizzard way! The raid will be available from day 1. The first 2 lockouts will be a weekly lockout. On the week of February 20th, the normal cadence will begin. This gives people wanting to push the opportunity to do so and those who want to level. Dude, that's so fucking annoying, man. Like, come on. Here's the thing, right? There's not just, like, this is just hardcore players causing this. And I don't understand why, because it's just going to make it, like, there is a missing out point here. Let me explain it, okay? Here's what's going to happen. You're going to get every motherfucker who goes and does this raid as fast as possible, and they're going to tell every other motherfucker, hey, this is how you do it. And then the people who are a little bit slower at leveling or who really like to experience the raid, but like don't have all the time in the world to level up as fast as humanly possible in like a timely manner, are going to just like get told by their guild leader or whatever. It's like, hey, listen, this is how we do it. Not just like, you're never going to have that point of like, oh, I want to figure out how to do this or whatever. And it's going to be really cringe.
Timers. So that means that would reset on
Massive
Tuesday in North America, Wednesday in Europe, and so on and so forth, whatever your regional unlock time or reset time is. This means that the first lockout will occur on February 13th, again in North America, in the morning with maintenance, and then the second will occur the following Tuesday on February 20th, again in North America in the morning with maintenance. So each region you can offset for your regional maintenance time. What this allows us to do is,
so we still get a week. It's just
enable folks who really want to push day 1 to get in as fast as possible and get that first, like world first or server first clear, or just the bragging rights of saying you did it first. That's something that we don't want to take away from you. But this also reduces the.
By the way, they're not taking that away. They're making it this way for like a very, very, very small percentage of the player base. The hardcore players are a very small percentage of the players.
Number of lockouts that are possible in that time period.
It just is.
Players who are leveling a little bit more casually or at a little slower pace may not feel like they missed out on as much. It's not a perfect solution, and that's one thing we really want to stress, is that when you deal with a game like World of Warcraft and on this scale, there's no objectively correct answers.
Mm-hmm.
There are every decision we make, there's going to be people who like it and there's going to be people who would prefer something else. But we feel that this acknowledges both major perspectives without really depriving either group of something special. So we really hope that you like it, and we're going to keep looking at feedback on this. If this is something that works out well, we may carry this forward into future phases, and if not, we may just go back to the drawing board and try something else. But we really, really, really appreciate the ton of feedback we've gotten from the community on this. We've been watching social media, we've been watching forums, we've really been watching a lot of
we still have fucking
on this,
12 minutes left of the video. Goddamn.
Nothing we do without looking at and listening to what you guys are saying. So thank you so much for that. Next thing we want to talk about a little bit is PvP matchmaking.
Here we go.
We realize that it can be frustrating to get matched against a full
What are you doing, boys?
Queuing solo. However, we do still have significant concerns about completely bifurcating PvP queues into a separate PvP or small group queue. What this means essentially is if you're in a group of 5 or less, you'll have a dramatically higher chance to also get matched against groups of 5 or less. And if you're in a group of 6 or more, same deal, you'll have a higher chance to get matched against larger groups or full groups. If the
Ah, you're doing light, Lite, light, a light version of getting matched up against other premates. Which, by the way, there's a game called CSGO, I don't know if you've heard of it, CS2 specifically, that if it had this, it would be modicumly so much more better.
The queues are long or the matchmaker can't find a good group that fits within these parameters after a certain amount of time, it'll abandon these rules and go ahead and match you with the first available so you can at least play a game. But by and large, we feel that this will help the situation a lot for those who just kind of want to queue up solo or just with a few friends. And
Yeah,
not feel like they're always
that's really good.
pre-made.
That's a really
we
good
do want to stress again,
change,
though, that we firmly believe that activities like PvP Battlegrounds are just more fun and less stressful when players group up and coordinate. We can understand that if you just want a PvP and you don't want to join a group for it, it can be a little bit more frustrating than you feel it needs to be. But ultimately, coordination within your team, whether it's a pre-made or not, is going to be the key to success in any activity like organized PvP when you're playing against other players. Even when queuing solo, we encourage you to be as positive team members and coordinate with your groups to have the best time possible. So next, another common question is that what the leveling buff will look like. We mentioned this at BlizzCon, that whenever the level cap increases, we will put in a level an XP buff
from 125,
for the
right?
band.
Just a straight thing,
so
or what?
You can expect, for that. Also, we've gotten a lot of questions about what you can expect if you say you've done all the quests available to you at level 25, and what do you do for leveling it, from like 25 to 30 if you've done all those quests.
Yeah.
So for the first question, we'll be providing a flat 50% XP buff from the 1 through 25 range.
Good.
So that if you do start a new character or a new alt, or if you have a friend that's joining in phase 2, you should be able to get caught up to level 25 fairly quickly with that buff. The other thing that we're doing in order to help the second situation where you may feel like you've done all the quests you can and you're not sure how best to level, we are going to make the Black Fathom Deep's raid give a very significant amount of experience when cleared in phase 2 when you're over level 25. It's keeping the lockout it has now, a 3-day lockout, to encourage players not.
Oh wow. So someone in one of my groups did say that they were going to open the lockout, but I guess he was lying.
To just do it every single day and engage in other activities, but it will be very lucrative and worth doing as long as it continues to give experience, which will probably be sometime into the mid or late 30s. Lastly, waylaid supplies are also seeing some adjustments. We're not quite ready to talk about the full suite of adjustments coming here because some of them are still undergoing tuning, but we are going to significantly increase the XP rewards for it, particularly in the ones from the 25 to 40 range. There will be new waylaid supplies turn-ins, and we want to make sure that they're very rewarding and they're something that you want to do. And we're also looking at removing some of the frustrations from this. Again, not quite ready to talk.
They're going to unlock the whole you can only have one. I don't know why they did that.
Full details there, but if you've had concerns with some of the frustrating aspects of them, then we're hoping to address some of those in the next phase as well. So stay tuned to look for a little bit more a little bit more information about that, and we'll have more as we get really close to patch or the phase launch.
Sure.
A few minor adjustments to Ashenvale are coming.
There will be still going to be in
people in Ashenvale specifically when the level cap increases. So we're going to go ahead and move the event to a rigid 3-hour timer, similar to what Anna talked about with the Stranglethorn Vale event.
Wait,
this will basically be every 3 hours.
We're still going to do this
on the mark. And it will happen without player intervention. Note, though, we don't want to make you choose between doing an Ashenvale battle and
it's going to be staggered.
Stranglethorn Vale battle. So the Ashenvale timer will be offset by 1 hour from Stranglethorn. So if Stranglethorn starts at noon, this will start at 1 p.m. and they should never overlap. Yeah, so we're pretty excited about that, and we hope that the Ashenvale battles continue.
Or buffs.
One other thing that is kind of a common question and topic is kind of what are we going to do with the world buffs in the next phase? Simply put, we're going to go ahead and cap them. The Ashenvale Weekly Quest world buff is going to be capped at level 39, and the Black Fathom Deeps world buff is also going to be capped at 39. So you can.
I'm actually happy about this. I don't want to go back to old content to get a fucking world buff. Thank you.
Enjoy those while you're leveling, but once you hit 40, you'll no longer basically be able to gain the benefit of those.
Good job.
Please also note that the strength.
All right, give me a second, guys.
40, you'll no longer basically be able to gain the benefit of those. Please also note that the Stranglethorn Veil PvP event will not actually have a world buff this time, but no harm done well.
That's
Our
good.
goal is really to keep each phase's world buffs fun and exciting, but we don't want to add too much overhead to the evolving endgame. And we don't want it to be a slog to have to go all over the world.
This is a good change. This is a good change.
Especially once we hit 60, we don't want you to have to slog through going all over the world and getting every world buff.
Yeah.
So that's where we landed on that. We're obviously open to feedback on any of this. So please let us know what you think. Profession specializations. This is
what the fuck is this?
Really hot topic in the community. Just like with phase 1, when we capped professions at 150, with phase 2, we will be capping them at 225.
Thank God.
And additionally, we've decided that profession specializations will also not be available until phase 3. So that's when the level cap goes to 50. We feel that profession specializations outside of engineering and a few other exceptions are kind of lackluster at original WoW, and we really want to do something fun and cool here, and we really want to take our time to do it right. So for phase 3, profession specializations are going to have a large focus, and obviously we're not going to talk about it now, but do stay tuned for more information on profession specializations as we get closer to phase 3. Thank you. Another common question that we get that is somewhat frustrating to answer, simply because kind of the more we talk about it,
here we
the
go.
faster bad actors can work around our efforts, but it's botting and exploitative accounts in general. Botting is sort of a colloquial term that includes a lot of things, including just exploitative gameplay that players engage in. And it has a negative impact on the game. It really does. It's something we don't like. It's something we actually...
I'm so happy they're talking about this. I'm actually surprised they're talking about this. Have they ever talked about this outside of fucking, like, Blue Post? About them just saying, hey, we banned X amount of accounts?
We spend a lot of time and a lot of effort trying to combat. And while we can't really talk about the specifics of what we're doing, we do want to talk about some really exciting new tech that's coming with phase 2. We've had this in limited testing on live, both in classic of its various flavors and modern for quite some time, and we've seen some very positive results from it. And so we want to set expectations.
Is a new tech at Blizzard GM?
There's never going to be a time where World of Warcraft or really any online game is going to be completely free of bad actors and malicious accounts, but we're very positive about the results we've seen from this new tech, and we're really excited to see it rolled out. Paradoxically as well, kind of the more effective we are at some of these things, the more outwardly visible the bad actors can become. A lot of times following many of our ban waves, you may actually see increased bot activity as bot farms essentially spin up new accounts and start over. But there's been a few instances of this happening. We do a large ban wave, and then everyone, I see videos posted online of streams of bots going from one part of the world to the other.
I'm so glad they're bringing this up.
When you report it, it actually helps us clamp down on that new method as well, and it gets the bot farms into a position where they are.
So I just want to point out, because I always try to report bots. I had a commenter say, like, hey, reporting bots don't do anything. Now, if Blizzard are to be believed, which in most cases are not, the reports are actually helping.
Constantly kind of 2 steps forward and like 2 steps backwards. So that is really helpful. And as much as it's frustrating to see, we really want to encourage you to continue to help us by reporting things. We're going to continue to do exhaustive work on our side for this issue. Always a frustrating thing. Never easy
I'm not
to
a fish.
talk about, but we really appreciate your patience with us. So the last topic that we really want to talk about.
Oh, shit, baby!
About, and this is kind of a big one.
Hell yes. Come on.
Jumping right into it.
Take it in the fucking game!
Phase 2 of Season of Discovery.
I'm reading this. For Phase 2, we are going to be trying something new. GDKP will no longer be permitted in Season of Discovery. GDKB has some convenience and social benefits. However, we feel that is antithetical to the nature of the season. We wanted to give a version of Classic without GDKB a try. Holy shit! Woo! That's what I'm talking about, baby. That is what I am talking about. Fuck your GDKB. Suck a dick! Let's listen to what he's saying.
We're going to be experimenting with a new policy change. GDKP will no longer be permitted in Season of Discovery realms. And to kind of recap, for anyone who does not know what GDKP or gold bid raids or dungeons are, it's essentially a raid or a dungeon run where the loot rules is that all loot that is distributed is essentially purchased with gold.
Gotta join guild
So
now,
items,
bitch.
an item will drop.
Woo!
It's then put up for bid by the loot master or whoever's doing the loot.
Yep.
And interested parties then bid gold for the item. When the highest bid wins, and when the gold is received, it's split within the participants of the raid. This is something we've been discussing for a very long time on WoW Classic, and it's not a decision we've arrived at lightly. It's fair to say
should have been.
that the GDKP has some benefits to individuals who don't want
I
to be
disagree.
tied to a traditional guild or set raid schedule, and GDKPs are, while largely transactional, another social activity in the game, and we're always hesitant to discourage anything that gets people in groups and playing together.
But the problem is, and Josh knows this, of course he does, is that this is the ground zero for every gold seller and every gold buyer in the fucking game. The only reason you'd ever want to buy gold is so you can go and go to a GTAKB and then buy the best gear in the game. So basically, you just make the game pay to win.
However,
And you improve the
concerned that GDKP
and you make the botting issue worse, and you make all that shit worse because there's more bots, there's more gold, and the cycle continues, and it also fucks the economy.
Another social activity in the game, and we're
thank God.
always hesitant to discourage anything that gets people in groups and playing together. However, we do remain concerned.
I love
that
this version of
GDKP
Blizzard, man.
erodes traditional guild and social structures that are in many cases the basis of our most fond memories of original World of Warcraft. And it's undeniable that GDKP contributes to and drives a lot of malicious accounts, illicit activity, RNG,
Yes!
botting, all of the things we just
Thank
talked about.
God! Josh
Seasonal
knows what he's
Discovery
talking
is
about.
highly
I mean, obviously he does, but fuck, man.
RMT, botting, all of the things we just talked about.
Real money
Seasonal
trading.
Discovery is highly experimental in its nature.
Yep.
And we take chances, and this is another chance we're taking.
Good.
We want to give an honest
GDKPs.
try to a version of World of Warcraft without GDKP present, and this is our best opportunity.
Let's do it.
So as of the launch of Phase 2 on February 8th, GDKP will no longer be permitted in Season of Discovery.
Fuck your GDKP.
We're going to release additional
Yes.
communications with another FAQ to kind of go with this FAQ, talking about this. And, once we do, we'll have that posted on forums and stuff. We'd really like to hear what you think. And we're going to really monitor feedback closely on this. This is a test, and ultimately this decision came as a result of your feedback. And
Good.
so, we want to hear more of what you think of this. We want to hear how it goes as we move through this next phase.
Do you think that this was what Blizzard would have been like for the last fucking 10 plus expansions we've had if they didn't get purchased by Activision? I know that whole argument is so stupid, and a bunch of problems came from the original version of Blizzard, but just to have that fucking straw man argument to say that old Blizzard was great, Activision was doing terrible. But I feel like this is what in their minds, this is what Blizzard should have been. It's like, hey guys, we're listening to your feedback. GDKP is funneling gold everywhere, RMT, all these bad things. Let's just try an experiment removing this. And if this goes well, maybe we can see it removed from the main game.
And if it doesn't work out, we'll revisit this policy for future phases. We really appreciate everyone who has expressed that feedback and concerns on this topic. Thank you.
Awesome.
So with that, I think we're done with today's presentation. Thank you so much. Heartfelt thanks from the WoW Classic development team. We've been just actually blown away by the reception to Season of Discovery. We are thrilled that so many of you have been enjoying it as much as we are, and we can't wait to see you in Phase 2. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. Be good to each other. Goodbye.
Good job, Josh. And team. Good job. Just wow, dude. Fucking wow. So if we go ahead and look, we can go ahead and scroll through here. And we can see all the gear, the depleted boots, the new things, King in the Jungle, Guarded by the Light, Trap Launcher. I was really hoping to see Water Elemental. I'm still holding out hope. But also, these just might be the two things, by the way. I don't remember if there's more than these or if these are it. Because didn't they say 12 new? How many runes are we getting? Just 2 for each class? Oh wait, did I miss Druid? I did. Starfire increases critical strike chance of your race, or wraths, by 30%, and Wrath increases strike chance. What the fuck? Tiger's Fury now has increased all physical damage that you deal by 15% by a flat value, and it instantly grants you... Jesus Christ. It's no longer under GCD either, but it has its own 30 second. That's so dope. Wow. Dude. Wow. How many runes are we getting? Just some of the new runes. Okay, good. We still have a chance. Wow. Blizzard has really knocked it out of the park with this update. Oh, man. Fuck you, GTKP. I cannot wait to drink these fucking tears, dude. Give me every tear. Alright.